Let's go, Jima Fregi. Hello guys, welcome to another Eugene, where Eugene is viewing things. This time we're gonna be watching episode number 41 of Public Drum Shaming by Eugene T, where T stands for Toasting. Hell yeah. Today we're gonna be taking a look at these brave, reckless, and unlucky 5 participants, which includes a subscriber special request. As usual, we have mostly recurring character except for one, and Mr. Stelios is actually gonna be featured with a 3rd video, which is the first time ever in these series, so congratulations for your persistence and bravery. Don't forget that you can always find the timestamps in the description to make a jump in the future to the desired video if you're tired of my idle chatter, which I'll find hard to believe. Additionally, everybody and anybody who feels generous enough, you can always become a member of my YouTube channel or a patron. You can find the links down below in the description so that you can support me morally and, more importantly, financially during these dark and uncertain times. Any help is welcome and appreciated. By becoming a member of my YouTube channel or a patron, you're going to be able to unlock cool exclusive stuff and features like early access to all my videos, custom emojis and badges for YouTube members, and hopefully some exclusive content in the future. I will do my best to work on it. As I mentioned previously in batch number 40, the batch number 41 that we're viewing right now is gonna be the penultimate batch of these series for now, which means that batch number 42, the next one, will be the very last one, and it's gonna be like a double episode with 10 submissions like we did in the very beginning. For anybody who's upset about this decision, you can go back to previous batch number 40. In the very end of the video, I explain what I want to do, why I did it, and so on. Yes, we have the blue background, which means it's snowing outside somewhere in the world, probably, because it's 1st of December, which means beginning of winter, and no matter what you've been taught in school or what everyone says, 1st of December is the first day of the first winter month. It needs to be blue and snowy. Fuck you. Before we dive into the first submission, I'd like to criticize myself. I think last time I had some glitches and pixelated image. I think I might have figured out what was causing it, and I hope it was fixed for this episode. If not, then yes, I am a good politician who's not very good at keeping his promises. There's always room for improvement, even for myself. But let's talk about something much cooler. Today's healthy meal's unofficial sponsor is some homemade fat-reduced ground beef steamed veggies, which features cauliflower, carrots, corn, and some other stuff, and rice with some nice rice vinegar and salt and honey mustard sauce. You don't really see it because it was soaked. Honey mustard sauce. Guess what it's made of? Sauce? That's correct, honey mustard. In addition to this, I top it with some Icelandic skyr yogurt that I'm gonna actually eat with a fork. Why fork, you ask? Because I'm strong enough to do that. Maybe one day you will be strong enough as well. The rice is overcooked and sticky, the way I love it. The opposite of pasta. The best meal after a good back and bicep workout with my good pal Julius. Ragazzi, pranzo zajebiście. If my calculations are correct, the rice is roughly 300 calories, the beef is 200-ish, veggies maybe 150, the sauce is around 150 as well. That's gonna be, and the skyr is gonna be maybe 150, so that's 850 calories for the whole thing. I eat half of the skyr, and the lunch with 55 to 60 grams of protein, which is a lot, even for a big guy like me. Okay, let's dive into the first submission, which is gonna be from Pan Piotr Grugel, who's a recurring character, and we're just gonna jump quickly to his old video. Yeah,
he is in the morgue or something.
The guy in the morgue, I remember.
What's that stuff behind him? Yeah, you
Windows.
see, like, those things. Interesting how he's hitting the right, like, hard and a lot.
This was like some very progressive, technical, smart music, so to say.
A bit of Tool vibes.
Tool
but
vibes.
Like, simple stuff. Less drugs.
Tool with less drugs.
The bad stuff, well, the audio replacement from the recording, I understand.
that it's very convenient to do so. Blows my mind how you manage to memorize all these drum patterns so precisely to every, like, down to each hit, that you can replicate that on a video without recording the audio. To me, that's like... And I just always feel like if you already put the effort to memorize everything like this, maybe there's a way for you to record the audio as well when you shoot the video, but... Ladies and gentlemen,
Nie tragedia.
Thank you. So, Pan Piotr is gonna also play for the same band called Alhena, Different Sky. This time it's gonna be a different sky. Different video, different sky. Let's see what Piotr is bringing to the table. It's Mamma Mia 9.5 minutes. Is it the same fancy Morgue drum kit? I wonder. Okay, and it's shaky, drunk colleague filming. It looks a bit like Mike Portnoy, Michał Portnoy. Good flow of the arm movement. Very good, the fluidity of his movements is awesome. Everybody's playing with click and in-ears. I hope click. Yeah, when it's like this technical stuff, one slip and everybody is screwed. And you're on your own, you have to kind of like catch the click. It's a dangerous work environment, but I love it, I prefer it. Dobre zabijasz. You know, it's technical, it's packed with a lot of drum pattern nutrition, but he's playing it with a lot of confidence. You know, there are sometimes people that I watch playing who are kind of lost, they're improvising and they're like, I'm just trying to play as much as I can and random stuff and whatnot. And this is kind of obvious that Piotr is very confident in his playing, because in the previous video when I pointed out that he memorized every hit as it is, even though there's like a million hits and it's technical. So this guy puts a lot of work into learning the drums and making sure he's comfortable playing them, and everything is muscle memory. Guys, take notes. Piotr, dobra robota, stary, you're awesome. This is super cool. And yeah, he has a very signature big stomp on the hi-hat pedal. Very good, everybody seems to be like very pro. I don't hear the rest, but who said I need to? Okay, count in. Pan Piotr, does that mean that you play without a click? Please don't tell me that's the case, because, it's a tough one. Oh man, no offense, but this camera work. No more Vuda for the camera guy. Oh, this is super cool. Beautiful dynamics on the snare. Dobre było. The good stuff, well, as always, you're awesome. You have great memory, you have a lot of hard disk capacity in there to memorize all the hits. They were played with a lot of confidence and it was super cool. You know, I'm super happy that you submitted a live, very raw, very kind of unedited, untouched video after the previous one, which was fancy filming in the morgue with no microphones and replaced sound, because this video that you submitted now proves everybody that they should never doubt you, and this is awesome. So, you know, having a live drunk cameraman video like this is a proof that you can play everything that you fake on the other video, you know? Faking stuff on camera is, in my opinion, okay, as long as you know that you can actually play it, but you faked it for some practical purpose, okay? Like, because it was a bit tricky to record it for real, as I pointed out in the previous video. So, which is super cool. You're technical, you're awesome, beautiful flow, fluid movement, great. The bad stuff, really not much. You know, like the quality of this video sucks, but you know that because also the quality of the previously submitted video was absolutely awesome. I honestly have nothing to criticize, you're awesome. Just keep progressing, keep growing, and keep working hard. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Okay, guys, this is submission number 2 of this batch from Mr. Stelios Pepinidis, whose name I butchered already for the 3rd time in this series. This is the first time ever somebody, once again, submitted a 3rd video, and I'm super happy. We're gonna rewatch the 2nd submission. It was a live drum cam last time, I remember. He's a great drummer. Stelios is fantastic. Bit of blast. Oh. Super beautiful traditional blast. 1 foot. I wish this camera was a little bit further away. The rolls. Very precise 4/2s. The rolls are fantastic, yes. The frames per second, the 50 frames per second that I mentioned before, usually I criticize people not to use them because if you time correct whatever you're drumming, like for example I always do, then like it's very much easier to
Eugene is time correcting his drums.
If you're not correcting anything and you play it very precise, then yeah, you can have 50 frames per second, of course. That's great. The only other thing is the camera positioning. Like if you can position it in a way that it's not criticism, Eugene. This time, Mr. Stelios is gonna perform Fear Factory 0 signal drum cover, which is awesome, and it's 4K 50 FPS. This tom placement 9, especially with a rack. That's just too big of a gap. Oh, these patterns are an absolute bitch on the kick drum. Yes, and he's keeping the left one away from the kick drum. It's crazy. For me, it would be like torture. So, the way Stelios plays is everything I stand against. Jesus Christ. So good and precise and technical. Oh man, very good. I don't like the overall mix of the drums, but his playing is good. But the precision of the kick patterns is absolutely... This is too cool. At least this time he doesn't have those weird movement on the boat, camera movement that he had the very first time, which makes me happy. I don't like the overhead camera. And I'm gonna tell you why, because yes, 50. So, I'm gonna say this right here, super quick before I forget. If you have 50 frames per second, okay, make sure that every camera has 50 frames per second. Because some of your cameras are super smooth, nice, and some don't have 50 frames per second, and that switch sucks. Then rather stick to the lowest FPS that you have on your camera. Rolls are on point as always. Very good. Very good. Thank you very much for the submission, the good stuff. I love the non-moving camera. I loved your super crazy precise kick patterns without pushing the beater on the skin, which for me is mind-blowing. You're super tight. We always knew that. The bad stuff, just the difference between the frame rate and the cameras that I pointed out, and I'm just a little bit not fan of the mix. I somehow believe like you have a fancy kit with fancy mics, but the mix is a little bit like done in 5 minutes. I don't know who did the mix, if you mix your stuff on your own or a friend of yours who is not top-notch producer, but perhaps you can think of improving that as well as your visuals. Other than that, super awesome. Thank you very much. Love you, proud of you. Keep rocking. Let's continue. Ladies and gentlemen, this is subscribers' request, the third submission of today, which was submitted by one of patrons or members of my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. This time, What do you think we're gonna watch? Of course it's some insanity. Of course it's insanity. This is Marduk, Blood of the Funeral, with Simon Bloodhammer Schilling. Filmed at Brutal Assault, and of course, again, by our friends at Drummers from Hell. Rafał, thank you. Ikoledzy, I appreciate the contribution you made to the drumming community. So, Simon is an absolute madman. I wonder actually what shoes he's wearing here, because he's known to perform with boots, because life is too easy. Let's go. It's gonna be probably insane blast beats. Ah, the camera again, Rafał, shaking camera. I think it's console sound, but just like a stereo. Oh, the endurance. He's mainly like a wrist player with a French grip, yes. Very French grip, very... Did I say wrist? I'm an idiot. Fingers. Oh my god, he's so good. One of the things that he's with the splash tom rolls, he did that also in Belphegor, and it gave me a very hard time when I had to play. He's using the Roland SPD-SX, I think maybe for triggering the kicks. He used that with Belphegor and I did as well. Please, Simon, if you're watching by any chance, let me know if you play to a click. I don't know. And I'm not even sure if I should assume that it's supposed to be click because it's very raw, old school black metal, but maybe yes, maybe no. I love his Axis pedals with the wolf. They're awesome. Pay attention to his posture. He is sitting very straight. He is very smooth, and he is really paying attention to not lean forward. Like, you know, he doesn't have this Nils Dominator kind of scoliosis blast, which always concerns me a lot, you know. So yeah, he has a bit of lean right now here to the side, but when he was blasting on the hi-hat, it was very good. Looks like a very healthy blaster. Extreme drumming longevity. Oh my god. And he goes immediately into the blast from the roll. Listen to this. Let's go again. Yes. Like he doesn't have a boom break like I would always do. It's crazy. You know, I have to point this out here because I'm just, it's always a curious thing for me to talk about, that when you do a crazy fast roll and then you have to jump immediately into the blast, the reason that you would like stop, you would do like a roll, crash, and then go here, just so that you can pull the hands back on the, let's say, hi-hat and snare, or ride and snare, between the roll and the blast, because what drains the body tremendously is not holding the blast for too long, but doing these kind of things. So doing like a very fast roll, crash, and then immediately pulling back the hand, or actually tossing the hand to have a crash accent. That's the stuff that just kills your stamina so badly in fast drumming, okay? So, and that's why you try to cheat a little bit and make your life easier by just, when you're moving your arms around the kit from crashes, from chinas, from accents to back to this position to the blast, you need to make this transition as slow, as smooth as possible. Because if you have this explosive, impulsive movement, you're gonna just like, you're gonna end up dying and not finishing the gig. And yet, Simon defies the law of physics. It's like, it's the black metal blasting that refuses to give up. That's a good, accurate definition. Double strokes. Very good, beautiful. I wish there was more kick drum stuff, because thank you very much. This was absolutely mental. Endurance out of this world. one of the craziest and toughest mofos in this genre. Absolutely legendary. And boots for double bass. Awesome. I had a chance to watch him live once or twice with Marduk, so I confirm all of this is legit. None of this was post-edit Eugene or anything. The bad stuff that this video was over. Okay, thank you very much, guys. We move on. And this is gonna be submission number 4 from a newcomer. Welcome, welcome, Mr. Werwolf.
Fresh meat.
It's the correct way to spell it. Not that it really matters. I hope he's a human and not a werewolf. Dark Funeral, once again. Where Shadows Forever Reign. Looks like a nice studio. Whoa, that snare. You blew me away. Okay, you are not gonna see this, and that's why I'm gonna pause. The foot cam seems to be 60 FPS. The top seems to be not 60 FPS. Red flag. Please don't do this. Put everything into the same FPS. 1 foot blast. Nice and relaxed. I love his collection of feisty cymbals. Guess for what reason I love them. Triplet kicks. That snare is... it's like Bud Spencer slapping someone. Very chill, very relaxed. I love the left hand wrist. It's this kind of a wrist turning movement, a little bit. Something that Riccardo Merlini is doing apparently, and Martin Jovanovic talks about. Okay, there's another thing that I hear from time to time is the original drums beneath yours, and the drum parts that don't match with yours. So please use Moises AI or some kind of AI to remove the drums partially, at least for the future. Yes, it's gonna butcher the guitar sound a bit, but if you put your drums on top of it, it's not gonna be so horrible, and it's gonna remove all the inconsistencies with the drum parts that were not learned well. You know, for this kind of drumming, I think you have a very good balance of staying relaxed and actually playing powerfully enough. The blasts are crazy slow for Dark Funeral standards. I would love to see you blast something much faster from them if you can, if you want. But for this BPM, the power and relaxation is in good balance. Thank you so much for the submission. Awesome. Very precise, tight blaster, very relaxed, and also powerful when it's needed. That's all I have to say. The bad stuff, the filming that I mentioned, only that, and the sound. Just cooler production, cooler filming, and all the things I pointed out. Otherwise, your drumming is more than enough. You are enough. Thank you. Let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, guys, this is entry
Number 5
from Mr. Tim Peterson, mamma mia, who is a recurring character, and we're gonna go back to his very first submission.
Whoa. Amazing rolls. Double
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago.
What is that? Oh yeah, Dragon Force stuff. Oh, those... Okay, now I'm an idiot. Wait a second. I don't see any microphones.
I don't see any
Now
microphones,
this is
Eugene.
a little bit... The bad stuff?
Oh Jesus, it's when I actually had the cast. Good times.
What I just noticed a bit too late in the video, I didn't see any mics, so I'm not sure if this is one of those videos where you have the drums recorded separately or programmed or whatever, and then you just play on top the video without any microphones, or if I missed something, maybe somebody can give me some explanation. You know, the sound is absolutely great, and this is not really about the way he can express himself, make the drum kit sound. You can clearly tell that he's executing all the movements in time. Very, very smooth and relaxed, and a lot of technical stuff happening there. I wish we could use a little bit more body and energy and anger. This was a little bit too gentle.
Okay, give me microphones, give me body and energy, Tim. Guess what? This is more Brazilian stuff. This is war horns. Oh no. The lyrics. Oh, this is also like something like 60 FPS. But yeah, beautiful. Okay, there are the colors. Oh, he's like flying on those pedals. Now we have microphones. Bravo, 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 Tim. It's actually not super duper quantized. I feel like there's some inconsistencies in a good way. Super cool. The snare is beautiful. Put more passion and hatred. I miss this still. You're too chill. Wow, this is crazy. So cool. Oh, beautiful roll. Oh, the kick drum has dynamics with mics. Okay. The only thing that I really don't like is the overall color grade and lights. Everything is so top-notch quality. The sound is good. The drums are awesome. He has nice angles. Awesome. I know that you put a lot of effort into everything. Respect for that. Thank you. Super cool. I'm happy to say the good stuff. I love to see the mics. I love to see how imperfect it was, actually. There was a bit of like swinging, swimming, sloppiness here and there in a good way. So thank you so much. Coordination crazy. Rolls are awesome. Everything is super cool. Your playing was as good as last time. Very nice. The bad stuff pointed out in this video regarding the lights and the camera and the color grade. That's all. Just make sure you're Hollywood in every possible way, not only in drumming and drum kit. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work. Okay, guys, it seems that we have arrived to the end of batch number 41. Congratulations to everybody who's still around and still listening. Next time, we're gonna take a look at these 10 unlucky brave participants of batch number 42, which is, once again, I'm announcing, is the final episode of this series for now, and it's gonna air on New Year's Eve on 1st of January 2025. I decided to slam all the 9 remaining participants in here, and I put a subscriber special. Actually, if you see, it's actually in the very, very end and not in the middle like usually, because I am preparing something cool for you. It's gonna be a bit of a different thing. What is it gonna be? I hope you stick around to find out. To anybody and everybody who feels generous enough, you can always become one of my YouTube channel members or patrons in order to support me during these dark and uncertain times. Any help is welcome and appreciated. By becoming a patron or a member of my YouTube channel, you gain early access to all my drum videos, you gain fancy badges and emojis on YouTube, and hopefully more exclusive content in the near future. With that being said, I wish you happy holidays and Christmas and all that stuff, and I'm gonna see you one last time next year in the beginning of 2025 with the final episode, and then we're gonna say goodbye. Thank you guys, stay warm, stay healthy, take care, cheers. Eugene out. Bye bye. Impressed by this precision? Me too. This is all achievable thanks to the Foot Blaster triggers. Make sure that you head to footblaster.com and use the code Eugene in order to get a discount for your next Foot Blaster trigger purchase.
Oh my god.
of the things that he's with the splash tom rolls. He did that also in Belphegor.